The Orlando Magic 31-8. So the teams at the top of the NBA make up our NBA Friday doubleheader. You see Dwight Howard, Superman without the cape, ready to get going. Mike Tirico, Hall of Famer Hubie Brown, and Heather Cox with you at Staples in LA as the two U.S. Olympic teammates from the Beijing gold medal game go give each other a little grief as they check in. Jameer Nelson, rookie Courtney Lee, Rashard Lewis, Hedo, Türkoğlu, and Dwight Howard start for Orlando. Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant, Vladimir Radmanovic, Pau Gasol, and Andrew Bynum up front for the Lakers. Hubie, the Lakers on Wednesday night were in San Antonio. Great game. They lose to the Spurs. The Magic come off an unbelievable performance as they set an NBA record with 23 three-pointers made against Sacramento earlier this week. Why is Orlando one of the surprise teams in the league thus far this year?
Well, I think you start with the 15-5 on the road, Mike, and they're 16-4 versus the Western Conference. That's surprising. When they play the sub-500 teams, 18-2. They take care of business.
Second matchup of the season between these two teams in Orlando on December 20th. The Magic won 106-103. The Lakers had lost the night before in Miami, so they went over in Florida. Bunch of three-point shots. They've been hitting them all. That one is short by Nelson to start as Pau Gasol flies out with good defense. And here's Kobe, who's been great in January, to Bynum for the dunk.
Now, Bynum is the guy that must come in with a big game. When Orlando won in Orlando 106-103, Bynum only played 11 minutes. 5 fouls, 1 rebound, 3 points. Now, that must change. Plus, the front line of Orlando outscored the front line of the Lakers, believe it or not, 54-16. I don't think we're going to see that tonight, Mike.
No, that early foul trouble with Bynum, and we'll see if they can get Dwight Howard in foul trouble. A little bit of what's on the plate for the Lakers coming into the game. Nelson's second shot knocks it down. Jameer Nelson having a great shooting season. What an upgrade it's been for the fifth-year player out of St. Joe's. Right back to Bynum inside. 2 dunks.
I like that. I like the fact that Bynum is up for this game. He ran extremely hard after that score, Mike, to receive that lob.
Nelson has it knocked away, and Derek Fisher takes it away for the Lakers, playing their third good team in 4 nights. They won in Houston late Tuesday, lost in San Antonio late Wednesday. Bynum off the mark from the outside. Howard the rebound.
I like what we're seeing. Remember now, when you're watching this, the Lakers are the #1 scoring team, 107 a game. And then when you look at it, Orlando is right there at 102. So we have 2 teams that can score the ball.
Türkoğlu plays the 2-man game with Nelson. The Magic got a tough shooting start. And here comes Kobe.
This is a game about easy baskets, Mike. And can you get to the foul line and shoot a high percentage on the line?
Lakers have given up a lot of easy baskets to teams over the last couple of weeks. Look at Bynum. What a start. 3 field goals.
Well, we have 2 excellent shot-blocking teams. And if you notice, guys are shooting a little bit higher on the release.
Courtney Lee, the rookie out of Western Kentucky, misses. Bynum was shaken up on his last trip down. He tripped over Vladimir Radmanovic, his own teammate.
Kobe will want to go in the post here because he knows he can shoot up over the top of Lee.
Kobe had a great first half in the first meeting. Fisher missed it. Nelson takes it out for the Magic.
There it is.
Chase him at the line. Rashard Lewis, who's got that quick trigger, and Howard the rebound.
They're not a blazing fast break. What they do is they try to get into the paint, kick out, and shoot the 3-point attempt.
Good hands by the veteran Fisher to dig it out. And Pau Gasol guarded by Rashard Lewis. Howard didn't touch it, no goaltend, and that foul's going to stay down here and beyond the Orlando Magic.
Now, with Rashard Lewis on Pau Gasol can take him off the dribble, shoot the jump hooks, or even shoot the jumper up over the top of Lewis. All he has to say, though, just stay in front of Pau, make him shoot over you, take away the dunk, and take away the foul to put him on the line.
Game's first foul on Hedo Türkoğlu. The rookie Lee guarding the MVP Bryant. Radmanovic, 3.
Now we have some outstanding 3-point shooters here tonight. Now Orlando has 5 guys shooting over 43%. And then at the Laker end, we know that Radmanovic and Fisher are outstanding over 40. And then Kobe under pressure, he's off the chart. They don't have a number.
I'll take that other guy. We're at 24. Howard, who's expanded his game a bit, went off the window. Stan Van Gundy's team, a little unsettled start there, 1 of 6 with a couple of turnovers. Gasol, late decision, and a good catch by Bynum. Blocked by Howard.
Now, that was a big hook, and he shot it perfectly. Well, but let's face it, Howard up there leading the league in blocks at over 3 a game.
Howard looked to get inside, and they'll say on the way up with the shot, a foul called on Bynum, who's been the offensive stud so far.
Now, Bynum is giving us everything that he has. And by that, I mean he's showing you that he's going to attack with the two-handed dunk. Power, here he's just beating Howard down the floor after a score at the other end. Now, just keep an eye right here. The Lakers, even though they shoot a high percentage, they are a great offensive rebounding team. Then, when you shoot a perfectly executed block, Howard was off the floor. I'd love to measure that one.
Yeah, he got up there quick. Knocks down his first free throw. This is the struggle of his game. 58% free throw shooter, and that foul was on Radmanovic, not Bynum. They were both down there, and Vladimir had his arm on Dwight Howard.
Mike, Dwight Howard leads the league in foul shot attempts at 10.9. That's almost 11 a game. Now, he shoots 58%. The next 7 guys with Orlando, they all shoot in the 80s. That, I know that has to be number 1 in the league in regards to your top 8 people.
He made both there, and it is a 9-4 game. It is strange. You look at the Magic, and you see they're a 72% free throw shooting team, worst in the league. That's because of the volume that Howard, a poor shooter, takes. The rest of their guys shoot it pretty well. Only starter not to take a shot yet tonight, Kobe.
Stay down.
Still got it.
Now, hold on. Now, we know he shot that left-handed. He shot that left-handed. All right? Now, Lee played him perfect. Come on now. Mike, you can't play him any better than that, all right? So when he didn't have it, he shoots it left-handed.
Great. Howard just kind of threw one up there. Magic is going a little fast in their half court so far.
Well, I like what we're seeing defensively from the Lakers, Mike. They're getting their hands on a lot of balls. Plus, they're getting only 1 shot attempt for Orlando. That's it. Give the Lakers a lot of credit.
A carry on Kobe. Here's the last shot.
Now, just keep an eye. Now, just watch as he spins out. He gives you a little left-handed. Now, Leah's got to be shaking his head as he's running all the way down. But, you know, he tries. Listen, at least I kept the coaches happy. I kept them in front of me.
That's right. All right. That's a very tough ask for Lee. He's playing because Michael Petrus is injured. Hope to have him back in about 3 weeks. Circus shot by Rashard Lewis.
Remember we told you early on in this game, in the game 1, Orlando shot 39 foul shot attempts against the Lakers. Well, I'm like, tonight, they're holding him down. They're not letting him get to the line often, and they're only giving him 1 shot attempt.
Bryant rattles it home, and the Lakers open 6 of 11 from the field and lead by 7. Nelson gets right inside for 2.
Well, they're not running a double team at Nelson. If he gets into the paint, he should go all the way. They're staying at home with the 3-point shooters.
Look at Howard go up.
Wow.
And he lost the control. It's not like Gasol is a short guy in there. And Howard went up with the left hand to try to bring that in.
When you look at Gasol, he's 7 foot with a 7'5" wingspan. And then when you look at Bynum, his wingspan is even longer than Gasol. So you have 2 7-footers in there.
Derek Fisher, who slightly injured a groin muscle in the 4th quarter against San Antonio on Wednesday, came out for 4 minutes. Said before the game he's feeling okay. Bryant has taken the last 3 shots. Rimmed that one out. He also has a carrying violation earlier. Howard waiting to see if the double was going to come, and it's so tough to do because there's such good shooters. Oh! And the putback by Howard.
First offensive rebound, first offensive second chance points. Now that was good to see. We're glad to see that Howard is getting to the glass. He must lead the league because he's about 4.5 offensive rebounds a game.
Gasol inside. Pau trying to yell and get the foul call. It was all ball and out of bounds. Off Orlando. Laker ball when we come back. 5:37 to go. Lakers lead by 3. You want this guy starting the All-Star game? I think he's done it a few times with good reason. This guy might be starting the All-Star game too, leading the lead in dunks and votes, that matter. Dwight Howard. Meeting between these teams in Florida happened less than a month ago, December 20. The Lakers and Kobe had lost the night before in Miami. Bryant had a huge first half, 25 points. Jameer Nelson bringing the Magic back. Orlando kind of controlling the third quarter, outscoring the Lakers by 10. Late a Fisher 3 tied it, but the Magic hit their free throws down the stretch. Kobe's 3 late in the game, rimming off. And the Lakers lost back-to-back games in Miami and then in Orlando. 106-103. Nelson had 27 points, but a concern for the Magic tonight was how the Laker backcourt combined for 68 points in that game. That sets the table for this matchup. And for more on tonight and Orlando's perspective, here's Heather Cox.
Mike, if the Orlando Magic win tonight, they will be tied with the Celtics for the most wins in the NBA, which has many people wondering, can they compete with the league's elite? And can they beat the likes of the Cavs, the Lakers, and the Celtics? So the Magic certainly looking at tonight as a test and wondering if they are as good as their record indicates. Stan Van Gundy says the doubters should be silenced by the numbers, telling me, hey, 31-8 is 31-8. But Dwight Howard says our record doesn't matter until June. But after tonight's game, Mike, both admit they'll have a much better sense of whether or not they have what it takes to be true contenders.
Yeah, especially with this Orlando team, I think there are doubters, people not believing, people maybe in Central Florida over-believing. Lee attacked the rim. Gasol was waiting, but a foul was called as the rookie Courtney Lee, first-round pick, got inside.
Mike, this is a night when you're on the road. We don't have to say, can Orlando win on the road? They won 27 games on the road a year ago. This year, already they're 15-5. They're leading the league by 3 wins.
Yes.
So you know that they prepare. You know that they have 2 ends of the floor in regards to offense, one end with the threes at the other end. Their defense is excellent. Now, the key is in a game like this, can you attack the rim and get the front line in foul trouble like you did in the game at home in Orlando?
One more for Lee. Fans didn't agree that there was a foul on that one. TNT has the Martin Luther King triple header. Detroit, Memphis, Phoenix, Boston, and the Cavs and LeBron out here to take on the Lakers. NBA TV fan night game will be the Hawks and Bulls on Tuesday. Nice win for Vinny Delnego's Bulls last night. And 1 week from tonight, we'll be in America's Motor City to watch the Mavericks take on the Pistons. National telecast coming up this week of the NBA. Lakers by 2. Radmanovic shoots over Türkoğlu at short, and Lee gets the rebound at the last timeout. Tony Petit, veteran big man, came in for the Magic, replacing Rashard Lewis.
It's nice to have
12th year in the league.
Well, Mike, it's nice to have him back because he's a rebounder, shot blocker. He can make the medium jump shot.
It'll be backcourt violation on the Magic, and it will be Laker ball. Yeah, Petit has essentially missed the last 2 seasons and does give them veteran depth, defense, and presence on this Orlando team, which is pretty young and a pretty talented roster.
Absolutely. And the key is Petit is a leader on and off the floor. And the big thing, he can play power people at the center and power forward position, and then he can make that jump shot to up to 18 feet.
Kobe wants it back, wants to keep working on the rookie out of Western Kentucky, Courtney Lee. Türkoğlu switches on the double, and Radmanovic, a good shooter, gets 3.
Radmanovic, I always say, is one of my favorite three-point guys to watch. Mainly because he gets 2 pigeons with the height of that shot before it goes down to the basket. And he's shooting 44% this year in threes. He just has a beautiful release.
Lob for Howard, and was thrown too high and off the glass, but Petit is able to clean up the miss.
What's interesting here is Türkoğlu is every bit as much as an assist threat as Jameer Nelson. So you've got to understand that when you guard him, he's a creator.
Again, Radmanovic missed the 3, so he's getting these open looks as they double Kobe and trying to get the ball out of Bryant's hands. Bryant, who killed them in the first half in the first meeting. This guy can knock it down as well from the outside. Hedo Türkoğlu ties the game at 16.
Now, this is what you want to see. You want to see Orlando push the ball. You don't have to be running hard. The main thing is to try to get the transition game 3-on-2, 4-on-3, because your strength is the trailers shooting the three-point shot, just like we watched there with Türkoğlu.
Jameer Nelson to the bench. The veteran Anthony Johnson checks in for the Magic. And a nice hand here in L.A. for Lamar Odom. It's his first game back in Los Angeles. He played both games in Texas after sitting out 3 with a knee injury. Lakers will not get Luke Walton back tonight, but Luke is close. A right foot injury. He's missed now 7 games. Sasha Vujacic available for L.A. We could see him back from back spasms later tonight. Another 3 for Radmanovic. That is 3 here in the first quarter.
And it's all off of Kobe. When Kobe gets down into the painted area, they run the corner. They're double teamer out of the corner. Radmanovic has been open every single time down.
It'll go the other way. Howard, an offensive foul. That'll be his first. Odom over Batum. First shot by Lamar is off the mark, and a rebound for Dwight Howard. Already 5 rebounds for Howard. Lakers able to get up 21 shots in the first 10 minutes of this game. Deep catch, Howard. Good finish. There's more polish to his game than the first few years when it was all athletic explosion only to the basket.
Yeah, Mike, there was no hesitation there. It was a good jump hook. Gasol could not get it, and Gasol is an excellent shot blocker.
Anthony Johnson coming down to be there as a presence. Howard, 2 personal fouls.
Now he knows that he made a bad mistake. He tried to reach in, and when he reached in, the arms got tangled up. That was a very easy call.
So early trouble for the Magic. That is 2 on Howard.
Now this is Kobe off the dribble, setting Radmanovic up. One of the best that we have in the league on the catch and shot behind the three-point line.
Lakers by 3. Orlando star Dwight Howard has 2 fouls. Howard, part of the U.S. Olympic basketball team, which Kobe Bryant was such a leader on, and Howard got to see up close what makes Kobe so special.
There was games where, even though I was on the court, I just wanted to watch Kobe, do his thing, because it was just so much fun just watching him go to work. And, he comes into practice every day with the same mentality, get better. Not just offensively, but defensively. He's the last person leaving the gym, and he's always working on different moves and different shots. And then he gets in the game, and he tries it and wins.
Like that left-handed shot that we saw from Kobe Bryant. They do work, and now Howard's going to have to watch the MVP work from the bench. Dwight picking up 2 personal fouls. Sasha Vujacic just came in, and what's impressed me about Kobe, seeing the Lakers here the last couple of games, is that Bryant always facilitates, tries to let the game come to him early on. But lately, with the injuries to Walton and Vujacic and Jordan Farmar, Kobe's had to shoot more and score more, and it's one of the reasons, month by month, his point total keeps going up.
Well, you can see where it's going in October to November, December. Now in January, not only the 30 points, but the fact that he's shooting over 51%. Now for the season, Mike, he's still only taking 20 shots a game. Yes. Back when he led the league in scoring, he took 28 one year, 27 the next, and he scored up over 30 points. So he's giving up, he's sacrificing himself. Now we see they're breaking the triangle almost every other time down the floor for him to take lead and create something else.
Sasha Vujacic just checked in and picked up the foul on Anthony Johnson. Vujacic has missed the last 2 games for the Lakers with a back spasm. He's back, and Heather Cox is more on Dwight Howard. Heather?
Indeed. Just how much does that gold medal performance mean to Dwight Howard? Well, 5 months removed from being in Beijing and winning gold, he told me he still carries his gold medal with him everywhere he goes, and every day he looks at it because it reminds him of the pride he felt representing his country and all that he learned about work ethic and teamwork to achieve that ultimate goal.
And becoming a leader on this team for players like Courtney Lee, the rookie out of Western Kentucky, 22nd overall pick in the draft. He just knocked down that hoop. Bryant draws the attention. Gasol off the mark, and there's Lee with the rebound.
Now, Gasol is struggling here tonight. All his shots are easy shots. He's 0 for 5. Now, both teams are struggling. We have the Lakers at 38%. We have Orlando at 40%.
Petit going deep, no good. Marcin Gortat from Poland, who checked in when Howard picked up his 2 fouls. Not able to keep that alive, and it will be Laker ball.
They like Gortat's talent. They want him to continue. Give him the 15 to 20 minutes. Allow him because he's quick in the open floor. He can shoot the jump shot. And they honestly think that in a year or two's time, this guy's going to be a major contributor in Orlando.
Turnover. Here comes Johnson. Tried the headman for Gortat. Odom knocked it out of bounds. Still 20 on the shot clock for the Magic. Here you see Gortat. He's drafted by Phoenix, traded for cash to Orlando. You rarely see a guy go to the Summer League 4 different times, but he did, trying to find his game. And even Stan Van Gundy was quoted after last season saying, we didn't know what we were going to get out of Gortat. Was it going to be a player, or was it time to essentially give up? And Gortat showed in the summer that growth, and now part of the rotation for the Magic. Petit with the shot clock running down, knocks it down, and ties the game at 20.
Now, right now, Orlando's got to look at who's out on the floor and say, listen, we need a lot of movement here. We need the down screens. We need reading the defense. Let's run our fades so that we get open shots.
Vujacic off the mark in his first shot in 3 games.
He's been struggling all year, Mike. He's only shooting 39 from the field, but he's shooting 37 in threes. So, you wish that he'd get his game back. He's a feisty defender at 6'5", 6'6". He's all over. He's got quick feet. He can make things happen.
6 on the shot clock. Lewis, the pass to Lee for 3. That was off all the way. Never had an angle with the basket. Shot clock off as Radmanovic pushes. He gets it to Kobe. Odom joins the play for 3.
He can make that. Ever since he came in the league, Odom is dangerous behind that three-point line.
Gortat, Lee didn't really know that he had not enough time to pass it. Should have taken the shot. And instead trying to make the feed to Gortat. So the first quarter comes to an end with the Lakers on top by 3. So Orlando is the ones who made the headlines, hit 3-pointers this week. The Lakers hit 4 of their 9 made field goals in the first quarter. After one in Los Angeles, the Lakers lead Orlando. 2 of the best in the NBA go head-to-head.
In Los Angeles, the Lakers up by 3, joined by Magic head coach Stan Van Gundy. And coach, the last time you met the Lakers, Kobe had 25 in the first half, finished for 41. Tonight, you've limited him to just 3 attempts in the first quarter. What adjustments have you made since then?
Well, no, we haven't made any. He's just doing a great job of finding open people, and they're knocking down threes. Kobe Bryant's the guy that's killing us right now.
You are a self-admitted stat cruncher, number guru. In your mind, what stat is really telling the story of this game so far?
Well, right now, it's their 4 threes are the difference in the game.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. 9 field goals made by the Lakers, 7 of them coming off assist, Hubie, and 4 of those assists for Kobe in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like what he's doing. He knows that he can take Lee. He'll get him into a situation where he'll draw the double team. Once he draws the double team, they're kicking the ball out, and they're making the threes as of right now.
Bynum back in to start the second. Over Gortat, missed it, ended up getting it back, and that's no good. J.J. Redick has checked in for Orlando to join Anthony Johnson, Marcin Gortat, Hedo, Türkoğlu, and Rashard Lewis for the Magic. Gortat rolls to the basket and gets Orlando back within 1.
Yeah, the drive to the basket has been good. Anytime that they're driving, they get fouled or they make something happen, for a high percentage shot, whether it's in the lane or whether it's from the three-point area. Key now, Lewis and Türkoğlu have got to get it going.
Bynum with his shot, back to a 3-point lead. The Laker change at the break between the first and the second was bringing in Trevor Ariza for Kobe Bryant. Ariza, formerly of the Orlando Magic, came over in a deal from Brian Cook. Cook is on the end of the Magic bench. Good job by Fisher to step in the lane. Anthony Johnson fouls him before he's able to make the pass out to Lamar Odom. Phil Jackson telling us before the game that he was disappointed in the way the whistles went at the end of the game in San Antonio on Wednesday night. A terrific game. Both teams shooting well over 50%. And Ariza, who's on the floor now, was the guy who was called for questionable travel on the final possession as the Spurs won it. Odom shot off the mark. Gortat gets another board.
Gortat is doing a nice job. And you can see the athleticism and the fact that he can board against any of the 7-footers.
The three for Lewis and Hubie as they tie the game at 25. If you watch Orlando, and it's been fun watching them the last month, that's what you see a lot. Here's a guy driving to the basket, looks like he's going to go finish at the rim, and he goes, where's he throwing it? It's a wide open three. Speaking of that, wow, Ariza goes up, gets the dunk and the foul.
Now that was a beautiful move. The explosion, the athleticism, and the power of the dunk. Unfortunately, he lost his footing as he hits the floor. I'll just watch it right here. As he comes down, he gets hit hard, and then he lands right on his rear. And you can see there was high authority. He went right in there and he challenged.
Ariza played a year at the UCLA out here in Southern California. Was all Pac-10 in that 1 year, drafted by the Knicks, then moved to Orlando. We mentioned the deal. Mo Evans also came to LA with Brian Cook. As they screened 30 feet away, the foul was called on Ariza.
Now some nights, Mike, you get away with that. You get away with bodying up like that, okay? Ariza was kind of stunned that the foul was called on because he bodied up with his chest, not with his hands.
You know, watching him play defense, that's an important part of this Lakers season. And Ariza's ability as an athlete to defend. Remember, we only saw him in the NBA Finals against Boston. He was injured so much late in the season. Türkoğlu beat him there. Didn't get the circus finish, but Bynum's called for the foul.
I like to see the versatility of Türkoğlu. I don't want to see him stand outside and just shoot threes. When he's going off the dribble, he's an outstanding passer. You foul him, he's an excellent foul shooter. He's in the 80s, mid-80s. And then the big thing is he'll make the correct play. He'll either go strong or he'll pass the ball to an open player.
That willingness to drive, one of the main reasons he was the most improved player in the league last year. Fans, you have until Monday at midnight Eastern to help select this year's All-Star starters and be entered to win a trip to Phoenix for the 2009 NBA All-Star Game. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote now. Howard on the bench with 2 fouls. He's received as many votes as anyone for the All-Star Game so far. And, of course, he really energized the entire All-Star weekend last year with the whole Superman bit in the dunk contest. He'll be back to defend that title on All-Star Saturday. That's a good call. Lamar Odom, moving screen. Tom Washington had it. Magic ball.
I'm kind of surprised that the Lakers are staying out on the perimeter, Mike, whether it's on the right side or the left side, mainly because when they pass the ball into the triangle, into the post, good things have happened. And then when they stay within the triangle, they're getting everything below the foul line area.
Ariza draws the defensive assignment on 6'10" Türkoğlu. Lewis over Odom. Bynum pulls it away from Gortat. A lot of long players on the floor, both of these teams. Two teams that average over 100, slow to get going on offense thus far. Ariza knocks it down to give the Lakers a 3-point lead.
Now, see, they stayed with one of their pet moves out of the triangle. They go into the post, or the post comes and set a little screen. Once the cutter goes by, now the game is played 15 feet down. That's the Laker game.
Return the moving screen favor. Orlando's called for one with Gortat. Stan Van Gundy's done a nice job here with Orlando as the head coach these couple of seasons. Odom Smith, the GM. They have a star in Dwight Howard, and they've built a team around the strengths of Howard. Vujacic missing the 3 for the Lakers.
Well, you can see why he's struggling. I would say he's only shot 38% for the year. He doesn't have it. Right now, you can see that he's coming off the injury. They're trying to run him back into shape.
Lob for Bynum. Couldn't finish. Türkoğlu hanging on him on the way down, and the foul is called on. Hedo will bring Bynum to the line out of this timeout. 2 fouls on Türkoğlu. A very busy week against good teams for the Lakers. Both teams in a tough stretch in LA tonight. Well, Dwight Howard's made a splash in the league, led the NBA rebounding last year, but he really drew the headlines with the Superman cape, the throwdown dunk, and all the excitement of All-Star Saturday last year. Back in the dunk contest as the defending champion. The big question, what do you have for an encore?
That's one of the things I've been thinking about since the last dunk contest, after I did the dunk. Okay, I know I'm going to have to defend my title. What can I do to defend it? You know, I thought last year was not only my dunks, but everybody in the dunk contest. It was one of the greatest dunk contests ever. And I think now that the only thing we could do is, you know, try to go through history and do dunks that everybody else did in the past and make it better.
And he does everything, not just that dunk contest, but everything he does on the floor, leading the league in dunks for the last 3 seasons, again this year. Interaction with players, even interaction with a fan there as he was checking in. Does so much of it with a smile. There's just a warmth of Dwight Howard anytime you're around him.
Well, the physique just overpowers you when you're standing next to him. Then number 2, the quickness that he has. Then the power that he can play at. The fact that he doesn't back down from anyone once it becomes, I'm going to out-mono you in the post area. Yep. He'll fight back. So everything, and to go into the slam dunk where he was so creative and gave it a lot of thought, he resurrected the slam dunk.
I agree. Yeah. It was the energy in the building like you hadn't seen in about 6 or 7 years in that event. He's back in, so is Kobe Bryant. Lakers lead 5-5. Orlando hasn't led. They'll change the defense for the Lakers out of the timeout. Nearly works. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Orlando.
I like the size out here right now. They're quick, with Odom and Ariza, and then also Bynum up front. Then they give you that little bit of that zone. It's difficult now for the passing angles. You better have a good zone attack.
Got to hit quick with a short shot clock. Nelson takes. Odom slapped it. I think he touched it last. I thought Odom touched that last, and they'll discuss. I think the ball stayed down here with Orlando. It will.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good call right there by Tom Washington. He had a better angle than Mark Davis.
5 years ago, Howard was the #1 overall pick in the draft. Give me your sense of how he's progressed, because we've seen the dunks, those dunk numbers, but just leadership, defense, everything, the whole package. Where is he in your mind?
Well, the big thing is he's maturing as a person. You kind of forget that he's still a kid.
Right out of high school.
That's right. So, when he's in his early 20s, 23 years of age, he's a man. But what has happened is, with Patrick Ewing working with him on a daily basis, he now can make the baby hooks with the left hand and the right hand. Then all the fact that he attacks the rim. What they're trying to do is to make him, be quick on the catch, turn, face, take you out to 8 to 10 feet to the basket. You foul him now it's going to come down as we move through and get to the playoff. Can he shoot better than 58% in the big games? Because he's going to get to the line 10 to 12 times a night.
J.J. Redick picked up Fisher on the switch, and the foul is called. And this is one of the places where the Lakers have an edge with Nelson and Redick trying to defend Fisher and Bryant in the backcourt. First foul on Redick, and you talked about earlier Patrick Ewing. This is a daily occurrence when you watch the Magic. Ewing out there going through the motions with Howard.
Well, they're trying to get him to have an outstanding work ethic. And I think what's helped is being on the Olympic team, working and seeing what LeBron James and Kobe Bryant do on a daily basis. And then if you talk to any coach here and any player, they'll all tell you that Howard is maturing as far as the professional side of the business. And that's good to hear. Why are they a better defensive team? They're giving up 6 less points than a year ago. That's a ton, Mike, for a playoff team. They've gone from 99 to 93. And why? Stan Van Gundy. We have not changed any of our scheme. Dwight Howard is more mature. His shot blocking has gone from less than 1 up to 1+, now up over 3+. And then also the offensive rebounding at 4 a game. That's incredible.
Türkoğlu knocks down the shot. Magic back within 4, 33-29. Only 2 3-pointers for the Magic so far. Again, they made the 23 against Sacramento the other night. Bryant over J.J. Redick for 2.
Now, there's nothing you can do about that because you have to play him first in that area for the drive. And he'll just exhaust you. And if it doesn't happen, he's going up on the jumper.
Bynum, the shot block. Türkoğlu keeps the triple eye. Off the glass, Howard took it. Couldn't complete, and it'll come to the line for free throws.
Yeah, they needed a break there. And I think that anytime the Lakers are in zone, just don't give up and settle for the long jumper unless you're wide open. Because when you attack the basket, you have been getting to the foul line. And like we said, you defeated them at home because you got to the line 39 times. Big thing here tonight, you want to get to the line because you want to see the Bynums and then the Gasols and then the Odoms get fouls on them. So then when you get to that fourth quarter, the lane opens up a little bit better for you.
One more at the line for Howard. See Vujicic assuming the Steve Nash position. Trying to keep that back loose.
Well, Mike, when that second unit is healthy, when you have Farmer and Vujacic in the backcourt, and then you have Odom up front with Ariza, and then either Bynum or Gasol, their 9-man rotation is outstanding. And I had them early in the year. They go down the floor with that unit, and they crush you in the zone pressures. They tap you at half court. Ooh.
Beautiful Kobe to Bynum.
Well, you love to see that. And I like their big man passing in the painted area. They're always looking for the other big man with the lob to the front of the rim.
That's 5 assists for Kobe, who has really done a good job of sensing the Orlando defense. As Stan Van Gundy told Heather in the first half, he do a lot of things. He had no answers for Kobe and his leadership of the Lakers tonight. Starting a big basketball weekend of the family of networks. College basketball presented by KFC. Undefeated to the ACC on ABC. Wake Forest and Clemson will meet, or you'll see Kansas versus Colorado in that 3:30 Eastern window. And let me remind you that tomorrow night we've got a good doubleheader, starting with Louisville at 6 Eastern, taking on #1 Pittsburgh. We'll follow that at 9 Eastern. With Saturday primetime presented by DirecTV, North Carolina, now #6 in the country, taking on Miami. What's the problem for Orlando so far? This is Stan Van Gundy's been telling his team in the huddle.
We got to pick this up, guys. Our execution down here, their defense and their length is bothering us right now. We got to get more aggressive, and we've got to get better execution.
You agree?
Oh, I agree with 100%, because we've been talking about that wing stuff, okay? And also, he knows that he can get to the basket off the dribble. And in a game like this, the Lakers started out great by getting their hands on a lot of balls early, but as we're moving along now, the lanes are opening up. So you got to stay within what you're doing. Movement will create the open lanes to the rim.
Travel on Rashard Lewis. That's 7 turnovers, half the normal Orlando total. We still have half the second quarter to go.
The Lakers have done an outstanding job holding Orlando to only 5 3-point attempts. They attempt 26 a game, and they make 10.4. Now, when you get that many attempts, all of a sudden now, what you're doing is you know that you're going to get minimum looks on the outside because they're hanging with the people out there. So please take the ball to the rim.
Nice quick hit by Dwight Howard inside. Just his second field goal. Howard has 7. And the Laker lead is 5.
Yeah. I'm glad they're going to him as soon as he comes back in. They got to get him going, Mike, because he was only 1 for 5 before that catch.
Türkoğlu beaten baseline by Fisher. And a beautiful reverse by the veteran who at 34 is in as good a shape as he's been in. And says, I don't care about the age. I can still do it. He deterred Redick's 3 on the other end and sends Ariza off to the races. J.J. Redick gets the board.
You're a Laker out there. You know that Howard has 2 fouls. Now you could see when Nelson when Fisher went in and drove to the basket. Howard was right there. Like he did not even attempt to block the shot. So that tells me if I'm a Laker, any opportunity to take him one-on-one or force him into a double team, you have to go right at him and attack the rim.
Kobe gets caught for the foul there. Bynum sits down. Gasol comes in. 8 different Lakers have 1 personal foul. Another deep catch by Howard. And he'll come to the line. Hubie, we talked about it earlier with Stan Van Gundy and Otis Smith and building a team. Once you recognize Dwight Howard has the ability and he is a presence inside, build it with those outside shooters, and you see on a regular basis great spacing from this Orlando team.
Well, the team is built on 3-point shooting. When you say we're going to get outside guys, they get Türkoğlu and then also Rashard Lewis in regards to 2 free agents. Now, that gave you a corner of 3 guys who can now score the ball. 1 guy inside, 2 guys who can make the threes, and then Türkoğlu is a versatile guy, can make a lot of things happen. Now, with the development of Jameer Nelson in the backcourt, this has been terrific. He's shooting over 51%. He's shooting 38% from threes. You know, and he's a very confident player this year. He told us today, hey, look, I don't have to look over my shoulder. I'm getting my 31 to 35 minutes every night, and I know what I can contribute to this team. But it's that 2-guard position. Can Petrus get healthy? That's the major key.
Good free throw shooting night for Howard is 58%. on the regular season, but he's 5 of 6 tonight. Gasol inside finally gets one to go for LA. His first make in 6 tries. There's the Nelson response, and a little bit of that game that he has really worked on and taken up another level this offseason.
Mike, come on now. Your career, you're 44% shooting. You're shooting 51 this year, and you're playing with a ton of confidence. That's great to see.
Bryant, good move as the Lakers run the triangle, and Bryant comes 3 for 2.
Now he wanted an N1. N1. I mean, the eyes, okay?
Gasol draws the assignment. Howard to the basket. Short on the running hook. Kobe leads the Lakers. Gasol.
Pau Gasol has had so many open looks tonight. If he just takes his time and just shoots with the confidence, you know, he's going to have a bundle here. Because anytime Kobe gets down in the paint, he's double teamed.
And the 6 assists. He's accepting the double very comfortably, making good decisions, great passes. Like that one to Ariza, who couldn't finish.
Great pass.
Largest lead of the night for the Lakers at 45-36. Magic, who score 102 a game, being held in check by the Lakers. It'll be the rookie Lee. Rimmed out the 3. Türkoğlu couldn't get the quick foot back. Howard tries.
Can't go away, Mike. When you're a powerful player, you cannot go away from the basket on a fade jump shot. That's got to be a power move. Gasol would have gotten right out of your way. He would allow you to dunk the ball.
Kobe wants it on Türkoğlu to use that quickness. Lee was flying by to make it a tougher look, and he gets the rebound. Like what I've seen out of the rookie out of Western Kentucky, Courtney Lee. Lewis on a tippy toes, short on the 3. 2 of 9 Orlando. They usually hit them. They're not hitting them tonight.
In the last 5 minutes, Mike, they're getting into the painted area. No problem off the dribble. We say that's been there for them. Now the corners are opening it up. Come on, you're a team that shoots 40%. You're second best in three-point shooting. You got to make these shots.
Here's another one.
There you go. I mean, it isn't like the Lakers are close to you. Mike, in the first 6 minutes of that first quarter, the Lakers were all over the place. But as we're moving through this game, the fatigue factor is coming in.
Yes.
And also, they just had a cushion of 9. So what happens? They're a little lackadaisical.
And you get those looks, and Lewis finally knocks it down. So far, it's been a night for Kobe Bryant. Drawing the defense and dishing as the Lakers lead Orlando by 6. And the Magic not hitting their threes here the way that they did against a much poorer defensive team in Sacramento on Tuesday night, setting the NBA record with 23 made threes. Kobe Bryant over Courtney Lee for another 2, so give Bryant 10 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds here in the first half.
Well, I like what Phil Jackson's doing here. They keep running Kobe into the mid-post area and then allowing him to operate from there.
Jameer Nelson, it's a complex stat, but it's very interesting. Take away the three-pointers and the inside shots, the best jump-shooting two-point makers in the NBA. Only Ray Allen has made a higher percentage of two-point jump shots than Jameer Nelson. Kobe in the turnover there wanted Gasol to go to the basket. Here's Heather Cox.
Guys, during the last time out, Stan Van Gundy was no holds barred, saying, guys, after 39 games and beating the Lakers once, I know we aren't afraid, but we aren't playing with confidence. There's no intensity. We are not trying. Let's finish strong. So if it's a dictatorship in the Magic huddle, it was a democracy in the Laker huddle. Phil Jackson stayed away to the last 30 seconds and came up and said, Lamar Odom wants me to tell you that all 5 of you have to rebound. Right now, the Lakers being out-rebounded by 12, guys.
Fisher the miss and the rebound by Petit.
I like what Nelson is doing right now. Nelson is trying to get things going for himself off the dribble, and that's a major plus.
Rashard Lewis missed the turnaround, and it's a little bit of that more take the aggressive attitude that Heather spoke of, Stan Van Gundy's message in the huddle.
Well, I like what Nelson did. He saw that Fisher was on Lewis in the post that time. He went right to him. That's good basketball. Unfortunately, Lewis shoots the jumper over the top, but he doesn't put it down.
Gortat is called for the foul as he's guarding Gasol, and Stan Van Gundy making that decision every coach has to make. Dwight Howard has a couple of fouls. What do you do here at the end of the half? Keep him on the bench. Don't let him pick up a third before halftime.
Well, in major, because they reduced it from 9 down to 6. He feels that he's not that far out of it right now. What you're looking for, you're hoping, is good execution, no craziness now in the last 54 seconds. Good shot attack.
Gasol to make the foul on Gortat was his third. Marcin will stay in there. Trevor Ariza to the bench. Vladimir Radmanovic to the floor as the Lakers finish the second quarter with their starting five. Back up to 8. Good stretches for both teams in terms of the schedule. You know, the Lakers played San Antonio Wednesday, Houston Tuesday. LeBron and the Cavs coming here for a national TV game on Monday. Orlando plays the division leader in Denver tomorrow, and the Cavaliers next week. Lee was short, but T gets the rebound for the Magic.
I like the movement that they had on the baseline, with Lee opening up in the corner.
And he gets a three from the corner.
And how about the pass? That was a great pass, right, Junior Nelson. Once again, he can blow by the 2 guards. There's no doubt about it. He can get by Fisher and even the trap. Let them come out and try to trap you and then take the big man off the dribble. He's done that now time and time again from 6 minutes down in the second quarter.
No fouls to give. Shot clock sink. Fisher 3. The Lakers have given up shot attempts in their closing seconds the last couple of games. Better defense here, but Lee got open. Missed the 3. He ends up getting a really good look on a great find by Nelson as we get to halftime. What a half for Kobe. 10 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds as you look at the leading scorers. Bynum had more points, but Bryant dictated the tempo of that first half, and Kobe stands by with Heather Cox. Heather?
Thanks so much, Kobe. After the first quarter, Stan Van Gundy said, even though you only had 4 attempts, you were the biggest puzzle they had to solve because you're finding your teammates. How have you been able to get those 7 assists and find your open man?
Oh, just reading the defense. You know, they like to load up, so it was important that we get to our spacing quickly and then hit the open man.
What kind of tempo are you trying to dictate in this game?
Well, just reading the flow of the game. You know, when it's a home game, we try to push the tempo a little bit more than with a road game. So I'm just trying to read the flow.
We'll let you get to the locker room. Thanks, Kobe.
Thank you. Cleveland won the first half of our doubleheader, so they and the Lakers for the moment tied for the best record in the NBA, 31-7. Orlando 31-8. The home guys lead by 8 at the break. Great to have you at the Staples Center in LA with Hall of Famer Hibby Brown, Mike Tirico, Heather Cox joining us as well. We'll hear from Heather on the Orlando side in the first half in a little bit. But let's get to Kobe Bryant. So often we see defensive attention on Kobe. How does he handle it? Better and better almost every game. And the first half was a terrific example of all of the above.
Well, I think that he shot a great percentage, Mike. He was 5 for 7 from the field, and he made it look real easy. Even though good defense is played by Lee, he bites forward and hit with the left-handed shot. Now, here is where he's been just outstanding. He's helped Bynum tonight get off to a quick start of 12 points. He hits Radmanovic for another 3. Radmanovic has 3 threes in this game. Kobe once again with Bynum. Bynum is 5 for 9 from the field. Doing a little coaching on the sideline with Ariza, telling him how he's going to set him up.
Now some next level numbers for you. As each one was defending Kobe, the rookie Courtney Lee didn't do a bad job with 3 or 4.
Oh, right.
And when Redick was guarding him, only 1 shot, but a lot of his assists came in that stretch. And you see, even against a double team, Kobe's still able to get a shot up and in. What about Dwight Howard? Early foul trouble was part of the story for Orlando's All-Star.
Absolutely, Mike, but he does have very impressive numbers if you look at the shot blocking, the rebounds, etc. as we moving along. But the 2 quick fouls put him at a major disadvantage. Now in there right now. Here he comes. Now just watch how he picks this one off. He has 2 blocks in the half. Now at the other end of the floor, a shot goes up, and we told you he averages 4 offensive rebounds a game. He already has 4 at halftime. Now down inside, he makes the little baby jump hook. Now if he'll just take his time, he can score a bundle down inside. He's got the 9 points. The field goal percentage has got to pick up right now. The rebounds and the blocks are there.
And foul trouble. Only played 16 minutes in the first half. More on the Magic to Heather Cox.
Mike, Stan Van Gundy very disappointed in his team's energy, the ability to get up and down the floor. He also said we're very slow on the pick and roll rotations. Now, when I asked Coach Van Gundy about his strategy against Kobe in the second half, he said, I am most concerned about his assists, 7 of them, 4 of which led to 3s. So you will not see the Orlando Magic double team Kobe in the second half. Certainly something to watch for, guys.
All right. You always have the right to reserve that to the very end of the game when you have to get it out of his hands, right?
Well, he's just done a magnificent job here tonight. Picking out the people out on the wings.
You see Dwight Howard and Kobe having some fun. I will tell you, Hubie, that the one thing I've really enjoyed off the U.S. Olympic team experience is watching any of these players. Dwayne Wade was in here last Sunday. Watching the interaction between them and the next level they take their competition against each other's teams to because of that Beijing experience.
Well, when you look at Wade and then you say Kobe Bryant and then you say LeBron James, the 3 of them are having monster season. Never mind Carmelo Anthony. And then Dwight Howard. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh, lob to Bynum for Radmanovich right out of the halftime break is off the mark, and here come the Magic the other way.
Now, that was probably the easiest shot Bynum has had all night. He told you he's 5 for 9 with 12 points. Now, right now, this has got to happen. The front line, meaning Türkoğlu, Lewis, and Howard, are 7 for 21. If you're going to get it done here right now, they've got to take the lead.
Nelson tries the 3. It's off the mark. The same 10 that started the game. Starts the third quarter, including Derek Fisher, with Bryant, Gasol, Bynum, and Radmanovich. Good ball movement by the Lakers and Radmanovich. Knocked down a couple of 3s in the first half. It's there.
We have an interesting stat in this game. Both teams, fast break points, 0. We're not getting any fast movement off of misses, off of steals, off of blocks. Both teams are contented just taking the ball up the floor and then playing transition basketball, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, and then trying to make things happen.
Both teams average over 100 points. Lakers leading the NBA at just under 108 points per game. Gasol guarded by Rashard Lewis. Tough shot, good make by Gasol, who missed his first 5 field goals. Now he's hit his last 3, and it's the first double-digit lead of the night. Türkoğlu straight on. Missed the 3. Howard got the rebound from Kobe and was fouled by Bynum. Good job by Howard.
He's working, Mike. Now, come on, that's his 5th offensive rebound in this game, and that's great to see. And then also the fact that he's getting to the foul line. In the first half, he was 5 for 6 on the line, so that was encouraging. And especially when you know that he got off to a bad start. Now, just watch him working now. You know, they've been trying to double team him on the glass, but he's done an excellent job in shedding people when he goes for the initial rebound.
Good night at the line, too. 6 of 7 for the under 60% shooting. 58 on the season. I guess if you're going to wear the Superman cape, you've got to have the body to go with it, you know?
Well, he has the body.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
We can't go out there and put the Superman cape deal on and, get away with it. 1 of 2 for the man who gets to the line the most in the NBA. Magic's been a very good road team, 15-5. Hubie mentioned it before. They won 27 on the road last year. Turnover in transition. Lewis finds the line and knocks down 3. And there's 4 quick points for the Magic.
Now that was taking advantage of Bynum. Bynum does not want to chase Lewis out into the corner, so what he gives him room. That's bad because Lewis is going to take 6 to 7 threes again.
Good hands by Howard, knocks it away. Lee goes right at Fisher, and that's 6 very quick points for the Magic. Back to a 4-point game.
Now, thank goodness, because that's our first fast break basket, and that's what we said has been there time and time again. And Orlando's got to look up the floor. Stop, make sure, look, and get the pass out.
Another good deep catch by Bynum, but he hasn't been able to convert his 3 touches down low. And Orlando can take it to 2 or 1. Türkoğlu double was free. The loop of a pass gave the Lakers time to recover. Nelson fouled by Fisher as he forced it up quickly and will have 3 free throws.
I like that. That was a smart move by Nelson. Nelson went right in there and he knew that Fisher was going to go for the steal. At halftime, Fisher had 3 steals. And we all know that every year he's going to be possibly in the top 10. He's a good gambler because he has quick hands and he reads you. Does a good job with your pet moves.
Jameer Nelson, career 11.5-point, 4-assist guy. This year, 16.5 points per game. He's really jumped it up over last season, over his entire career. Martin Luther King Day is Monday. TNT will have a triple header. Detroit at Memphis, Phoenix at Boston, and LeBron and the Cavs in here to take on the Lakers. NBA TV Fan Night on Tuesday will be the Hawks in Chicago to take on the Bulls. And 1 week from tonight, we'll be at the Palace of Auburn Hills to watch Rick Carlisle's Dallas Mavericks take on Detroit. QB's the 9-0 run for the Magic in a minute 6 to take a 10-point lead down to 1.
Well, the Lakers have come out here very lethargic, Mike. They're not coming with high intensity, and the quickness is not there within the offense.
Name check, Courtney Lee called for the foul. Trying to hang with Kobe Bryant.
Well, this is just a great experience for Courtney Lee.
Yes.
We all know that when Orlando has Peaches out there, you're talking about a taller athlete, a guy with excellent quickness, long reach, and a guy who can get you 20 points.
Bryant gets all the way to the rim for 2.
Speaking of 20 points, and I don't mean at the end of the game, this guy can get it in a corner.
And he has multiple times. Like just scrambling around on defense. Howard has Kobe over there also. Goes off the glass. That is a shot he has added to his game here this year.
No, I like that. And he just took his time. And if you notice, the defender was not up in his face.
Bryant so smooth here tonight. To Bynum. He's able to knock down his first field goal of the second half. Bynum has 14. The Laker lead is 3. Nice feed by Lee to Howard. And Jameer Nelson was out on this side of the floor pointing as soon as he made that pass. He knew that was going to come over.
Well, we know that at one end, Bynum is having a great night offensively. And over the last 5-6 games, he's up there with 18 points a game. But the big concern in the city is, can he rebound the basketball? Yes. Come on, let's get back to the stats that you were giving us a year ago that we were looking for here. The rebounding and shot blocking first, and the offensive part of the game second, because on that trip into Texas with Houston and San Antonio, 1 rebound one night, 3 rebounds the next. The people don't want to see that. They want to see the work effort first. Let's see you board. Let's see you block shots. The points will take.
1 for 2 for Howard at the line. 2-point game. Since that Christmas Day game against the Celtics, much anticipated, much ballyhooed, the Lakers won that. They've gone on a good run. Good hustle by Lewis to knock it away. Nelson leads the opportunity for the Magic. Nice. Beautiful job. He had numbers and saw it and got there. And Phil Jackson says, we're going to get back on defense. Timeout.
I do believe that we had said that the fast break is there.
Yes.
And as we are moving through this game, the fatigue factor, the transition defense of the Lakers, late getting to the man with the ball.
One of the few warm places in America, Los Angeles, California. Temperature in the 80s today. Good run by Orlando, 14-4 over the last couple of minutes, and their defense helping to trigger it, Hubie.
Well, they're doing an excellent job in anticipating and overplaying the post people. And then when you do get the ball, now there was a potential block, and then also they are gambling on the passing lane. Give Lewis a lot of credit. He has 3 steals. Now this good, strong move by Nelson. That's their 4th point this quarter on the fast break. Now you can see the Magic defense. Now they're 3rd in field goal percentage, and they're 5th in blocks. And in opponent points, you know, they're right there at 6. So we all know that they're differential, and that's talking about your offense and your defense. They're 4th best in the league at 8.5. The Lakers are 8.6. They're 3rd. Then we have Boston winning by 9 points a game. Cleveland, the best differential in the league at 12 a game.
And year after year, you always point out, that stat tells you who the good teams are.
And that stays the same through the year and then through the playoffs. It's amazing.
Dwight Howard almost lost that, and Türkoğlu never established himself back inbounds. So a real sloppy turnover for the Magic.
I like what's happening here because the frontline people for Orlando are starting to pick up the action. We told you they were only 7 to 21 at halftime, but they're picking it up defensively. They're making a lot of good things happen with the strips of people in the post area and in the denial of the passes into the post.
Okay, so we've found Courtney Lee on that quick inbounds to Kobe. So a couple of mistakes there for the Lakers, and they'll inbound it again. Foul on Lee, his second, and Bryant wants the ball back on the rookie down on the low box.
You like the way he gave the sign? Is that what you did?
He did. I'm staying right down here. Come back to me, please.
I think all the advanced scouts who are in the building tonight caught that also. Okay. Oh, this is a pick and roll. They run that first cutter through.
Out to Fisher. Corner. Radmanovic. Joe's going to take a 2-point shot tonight. And he missed it.
Hold on. He messed up his entire game. Come on. He was too close to the rim.
He's 3 for 6, and all of his shots have been threes. The Magic have not led tonight. Good defense by Bryant. Best player on the floor goes to the floor. Couldn't come away with it. Hurt his wrist in the process. Lewis to Lee. To Türkoğlu for 3. And the lead. And Lee gets the ball as it bounced to the floor. Kobe holding that right thumb area. Türkoğlu gets to the basket, and the Magic for the first time tonight lead by 2.
Mike, you cannot give Türkoğlu a lane. The guy is really quick to the basket, off the dribble. He's an excellent finisher in the paint. And then if you run somebody at him and try to trap him or rotate, he'll find the people in the corner.
A couple of Philly guys going at it there. Jameer Nelson and Kobe Bryant. The foul is called on Nelson. Just kind of skidded that hand along the floor. Looks like that's what he did to it.
Now just watch the reach here. You're going to see the long arms knocks that free, and then the head first dive. Now out of this, Lee comes up with the basketball, which is almost a little bit of a miracle here. Kobe, you can see, he's stinging in the hand.
First time at the line tonight for Bryant. And he knocks it down.
Now Kobe, we know, gets to the line close to 8 times a game. He shoots it at 86%. For the year, he's got solid numbers. 48% from the field, 37% in threes, and an 86 on the line. And then when we're down inside of 2 minutes, he's off the chart.
A good chance for a triple-double here tonight with 8 assists and 7 rebounds to go with those points. Game tied at 60. 6:45 left in the third. Heather Cox, Hubie Brown, Mike Tirico, glad you're with us. Second game of our NBA Friday doubleheader on ESPN. Cleveland beat New Orleans in the first. Lee rattles home the 3. I really like what I see out of Courtney Lee back in the starting lineup with the injury to Petrus.
Now, if you notice, Jameer Nelson and also Türkoğlu, that is a screen and pop. And by that, Nelson gets into the middle, Türkoğlu pops out. And then if you're going to double team Jameer Nelson off the dribble, that opens up the people at the top of the circle.
Fisher up top. Howard, who had switched and had the defensive assignment on Kobe, gets his 11th rebound. How about these guards? Nelson and Lee have 24 points against Bryant and Fisher tonight. A nice job blocking it by Bynum. Orlando ball.
Now, Jameer Nelson just told Howard, I should have given you the pass. He realizes that he got caught down in there. Because when you leave your feet, Mike, it's difficult for you now to make a pass. The defense cut off the passing lane. They force the shot. They get a shot block.
Türkoğlu got a step on Radmanovic. Beautiful slip to Howard for 2. Nice job, the versatility of Türkoğlu.
Mike, he's a great passer.
Yeah.
All right, for a guy that size, 6'10", small forward, he can really make the pass.
Didn't the Lakers lead by 10 like 5 minutes ago? Now to Orlando by 5. The double by the 2 long players. Türkoğlu and Lewis force the turnover. And Lewis at the line. Got 3 more. What a surge by the Magic.
Did we question their front line?
Yes, we did.
I think I was the one who questioned it. They have come out here in this quarter, Mike. The 3 guys are playing great defense and then excellent offense.
Bryant was left free and missed the shot. Here's Jameer Nelson with the rebound. What a good stretch for Orlando. A little bit to prove here tonight. Maybe not to themselves. Lewis a corner 3. Bryant the rebound. I think people nationally see the record, but haven't taken a look at this Orlando team. They put on a 24-6 run after falling down 10 earlier in the quarter. Gasol, Türkoğlu got all ball and knocked it off the sole. It'll be Orlando ball.
Türkoğlu, as well as Lewis, have knocked free so many balls in this quarter, and then the rebounding and shot blocking of Howard has been terrific. There's a great pass by Türkoğlu, and then the finish by Howard. Now, in transition, they're murder, and you can see it opening up as we move along. When they push the ball, Mike, it's difficult to get to those three-point shooters as you try to stop the ball in the middle of the floor.
We'll see what Orlando has done to flip this game around. Part of that, 5 turnovers by the Lakers. Lamar Odom in, a little more aggressive defense from the Lakers, and Radmanovic left with Howard. Couldn't handle him down there. Dwight's coming back to the line.
Now, there's no way that Odom is going to play behind him, and he is not going to get off the high percentage shot. And I like what happened that time. He stepped right into the chest of Odom to make sure that he got body contact.
Leading vote getter for the All-Star game will come to the line. For free throw attempts, 11 and 12. And as Stevie told you before, the man who's cranking that double-doubles 2 out of 3 nights thus far this year leads the league in free throw attempts. One more coming. You have until Monday at midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific, to help select this year's All-Star starters and be entered to win a trip to Phoenix for the 2009 All-Star game. Log on to NBA.com. Cast your vote now. Odom the rebound, the lead is not. It was 52-44 Lakers at the half. Orlando has scored 25 points in the first 7.5 of this third quarter. They double Bryant. Odom gets to the basket, and the foul. That's assist 9 for Kobe.
I like the strategy by Orlando with the hard trap on Kobe Bryant. But once you hard trap him, he's having such a great passing night. He made the right pass. And any time that you get outside the circle, you get double teamed, find the man in the middle of the floor at the foul line area. You now have a 3-on-2 down, and it was beautiful. Odom executed it perfectly.
See Kobe closing in on that triple-double.
And his decision-making tonight, Mike, is just beautiful to watch.
You know, Odom makes the free throw. If my memory serves me right, I'll double-check in a second. For all of his skill set, and obviously the rebounding is the tougher one of the 3 for Kobe, he used to have a ton of triple-doubles, something like 14, 15, if memory serves me right. 14 something. Thank you, Marty Aronoff. Our stat man. Howard missed. Tony Battie does not. Clean up on aisle 5.
Hey, Tony Battie, I'm happy to see him back, and I'm happy to see him getting his minutes. Now, he has scored 3 field goals. He got 2 quick ones when he came in the first half. You have to pay attention to him. He knows how to play.
Moving long. Lee went up to keep it alive. Odom takes it out. Bryant, first 3 attempts of the night.
Now, Kobe needed that, the fans needed that, and the team needed that. Mainly because that's one of the very few loose balls that they have picked up in this quarter.
Anthony Johnson checked in at the free throws a moment ago. The veteran point guard for Nelson. The tee is long. Bryant the rebound. A Lakers surge here. Orlando might call a timeout if they score. Vujicic's 3. Just back.
Oh, bad pass.
Turnover Howard. Bryant. Vujicic. Kobe settles it down. Radmanovic straight on 3. Timeout, Orlando.
I like this kind of a game. That was great awareness by Kobe Bryant. He surveyed what was happening, Mike, and he realized that Radmanovich was wide open. Once again, Radmanovich makes a three because of Kobe Bryant.
Bryant's 10th assist, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, trying to keep the Lakers in it in this third quarter. New ESPN zone. They opened up at LA Live right across from the Staples Center last night. Pretty good game inside Staples Center this evening. Orlando leads by 2. Some of the headlines in the Orlando paper, the Orlando Sentinel, about maybe a finals preview here tonight. Stan Van Gundy addresses the expectations of his team nationally.
Some of the national people have had doubts on us. Our own local media is probably carried away a little bit the other way, you know, touting tonight's game as a, you know, as a finals preview and everything else. So you get it both ways, and it's irrelevant. I mean, it's fun reading for people and everybody's opinion, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's wins and losses that matter.
Well, anytime you have a game with 2 of the elite teams in each conference, it is a potential finals trip. You're really at the halfway point, but there you see, with the Cavs win tonight, they're tied with the Lakers. Orlando 31-8. I don't think anybody thought you'd have 2 teams ahead of Boston after that unbelievable record start by the Celtics, but we do, and it's a significant gap to the Spurs, who lost tonight in Philly. Lee is blocked by Odom.
Now, we have 2 excellent shot-blocking teams here tonight. The Lakers are terrific. They got 3 good shot blockers, and in Orlando also.
Radmanovich splashes down a 3. The Lakers have responded with a 12-2 run. Odom's block starts it, and LA takes the lead. In this run, the Lakers have 3 made three-pointers and an old-fashioned 3, and 1 for Odom. Nelson's gone out. The offense has lost its flow, but Howard takes care of that with the dunk.
Mike, that was his 6th offensive rebound, and he has scored or been fouled on almost every single one of them.
13 rebounds total, as you see, for Dwight. Magic back up 1. Bryant. Türkoğlu tips it. Rebound 14 for Dwight Howard.
Hey, you have an advantage here now. Look for the free man.
Anthony Johnson, second tour of duty with Orlando.
Oh, I like this. You got to go at him. Go right back to him.
Türkoğlu's 3 is off the mark. Reset for the Magic.
Now they have Radmanovich on Dwight Howard. Now they've just switched back.
Türkoğlu fading, no good. Rebound Vujacic. The last trip, the rebound was credited to Bryant, so Kobe does have his 15th career triple-double. Odom working it, getting there, getting to the line for free throws.
Now this guy, you know, he can fade. He comes in the game, he makes a couple of nice moves. Next thing you know, you don't see him for 3 or 4 minutes. But when he wants to come in and show you his talent, he's a 3-point shooter, Odom. He's an excellent defender. He's a terrific rebounder. He's a 15-10 guy for his career. And then also, he is outstanding off the dribble from the wing area. Because he's left-handed, he has that long gait, and he can finish with the baby hooks.
Short on that free throw. Odom has put up 12 triple-doubles in his Laker career. And you talk about that ability. It's so difficult to have that skill set to be able to put up those kind of numbers multiple times. Like Kobe, future Hall of Famer, MVP in the league. Obviously, the rebounding a little tougher. 15 times. Odom 12, so he's got it. It's just, are you going to get the triple-double guy, or are you going to get the other guy night to night?
Well, when Odom came in with the Clippers and then with Miami, he was a handful.
Oh, yeah.
He would wear out your 4 guy out from the 3-point line, and then he would dazzle you out there and then take him off the dribble and get to the rim.
It'll be real interesting as this season goes on. He could be such a big, difficult cover for people in the 6-man role for the Lakers. Howard on the deck across the lane, short. Petit tipped it last, out of bounds, off Tony. Laker ball.
Give Gasol a lot of credit now on the baby hooks. Howard is doing a good job from that left post area. He continues to get into the paint, but Gasol is staying between he and the basket, and he's forcing him to shoot up over the top. Howard is not getting up on the hook, Mike. He's got to get up a little bit higher.
Screen and roll. Lee does a nice job. The rookie coming down to take away the bounce pass to Gasol. 6 the difference. Game and shot clock back into the third quarter. Good game at Staples. Johnson swings it. 6 to shoot. Lee goes to the right. Oh! Couldn't dunk over Odom, but the foul was called.
Come on, man. That young man just showed us some quickness and some hop.
What do they say?
Oh!
Be not afraid.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Wow.
Did he attack the rim that time? Now, we have not seen that in this game here this evening. Now, this is just great. He's come right up over the top of people. Like
Courtney Lee, 6'5", played all 4 years at Western Kentucky. Missed the first shot. He's tied with Jim McDaniels for the all-time leading scorer. Remember, Western Kentucky had a nice run to the Sweet 16 last year. He led it, and we both had a chance to talk to one of the good guys in the league, Brendan Malone, the assistant over there for Orlando. I asked him about Lee, and he said he's learning defense. He's learning the NBA way and the NBA method of how to do things, but he's got unbelievable athletic ability and really has played his way into being an option for this team. It's Brendan to the left of your screen, to the right of Stan Van Gundy. All because of the injury to Michael Peters.
Right. And you remember now, he's moved ahead of Bogan.
Yes.
And we all know that Bogan can score. He's had an awful lot of starts.
Gasol tipped it at the buzzer. Count that one.
Way to stay. Way to stay with it. Foul.
They're going to look at it via replay, but it looked like Gasol got a hand on it before the light came on, and the Lakers will take a lead after 3. Wild quarter, tight fourth quarter coming up from Staples. On a night when Kobe has a triple-double through 3 quarters, it's a 1-point Los Angeles lead, 75-74.
Back in Los Angeles, the Lakers with a 1-point lead, joined by Phil Jackson. And Coach, you guys responded to a 24-6 Orlando run with a 12-2 run of your own. What did you tell the team to spark that run?
Well, we got to stop turning the ball over. They got all their momentum off turnovers and runouts, 3-point shots. And then the other thing was we're not rebounding the ball well at the defensive end. They beat us to the board. So that's what we talked about. The offense, as long as we're not trying to make special plays, just make the easy plays.
Other than the loss on Wednesday to San Antonio, you guys are known for closing it out in the fourth quarter. How do you do that tonight?
Say that again.
Other than the loss to San Antonio on Wednesday, you're known for closing things out in the fourth. How do you do that tonight?
Well, we have one of the best closers in Kobe, and obviously he's got good, talented players around him that can shoot the basketball. But tonight's got to be some defense. We have to keep him off the line and have to play some defense.
We'll look out for it. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you, Heather, and thank you to the man who's won 1,007 games. Kobe will start the fourth quarter, as he usually does, on the bench. And finishing strong the last few games, I'll say. Go-ahead 3 on both ends of the Texas trip, and last Friday against the Pacers, the game-winning field goal. And some good defense at the end of the game Sunday against Miami. That's why Kobe has those 4 stitches over his eye. 6 to shoot. Anthony Johnson works to the top of the Magic. Bynum comes out to bother. And the 3 from Johnson is rebounded by the team.
Now that's what Phil Johnson is talking about. Taking care of the defensive board. Once again, a second shot attempt, which has hurt the Lakers throughout the 3 quarters.
Vujacic, Ariza, Odom, Bynum, and 34-year-old Derek Fisher. Bynum 6 of 12 from the field tonight, 14 points. Working on Dwight Howard. 2 young centers, both being tutored on a daily basis by legends, Hall of Famers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Patrick Ewing. Howard put his moves to work but couldn't finish.
Now that was a great move, Mike. That was quickness and absolutely surprised Bynum that time. But you have to take that to the rim.
Odom wanted the foul, but he got the basket and showed you that creativity and versatility from the top. Foul on Ariza, holding Rashard Lewis. First of the quarter. Last time out, Stan Van Gundy. Let's listen in.
We've got to get on the boards. You've got to get physical. If you don't, you won't win. If you're afraid of contact, you won't win.
And that's the guy whose team is +10 in rebounding after 3 quarters. Oh, Anthony Johnson got to to the rack, and he may feel that for a day or so.
Now, but Coach Van Gundy, as we all know, he doesn't hustle with anything. He tells it exactly how it is, okay? Now, and he knows that was the problem. What happened now? You get a second chance rebound basket, your 14th offensive rebound, 19 points off of second shot attempts.
Ariza outside jumper. J.J. Redick checked in at that foul a second ago, and he's back with Johnson, Petit, Rashard Lewis, and Dwight Howard for Orlando. The injury to Petrus signed in the offseason has given Courtney Lee, the rookie, and Redick a chance to be in the rotation to get minutes. Lewis traveled on the wing.
If you notice, since Anthony Johnson has come in the game, he's an excellent backup point guard, but he's not a high percentage shooter. He's the only Orlando player shooting in the 30s. Now, what they'll do is, if you notice, they lay off of him, and then they even cheat on the rotation. But they want him to shoot the basketball.
Odom aggressively looking for it and gets it.
Making it look easy.
Lakers back on top by 1. LA led by 10 in the third. So did Orlando. This is our third quarter. Big swing in the middle of the third. Put the Magic back in it. They hadn't led at all in the first half. Howard across the lane on Bynum. Finishes with the left hand.
Like when he makes the move and he puts that lead shoulder into Bynum and leans toward the rim, he's been extremely successful. When he goes away from the rim, when he comes into the area, that's where he's getting the misses. Now, this is just a great move. Just watch as he steps that arm. See, he steps right into and has the contact with Bynum.
Is that one of those, his hand is so good. Did you see what it just did? Could have a 20-20 game. Good block there. Goaltending. As the quickness of Odom again showing.
I like the fact that Odom is saying, hey, I'm scoring here tonight. I'm coming in here tonight, and I am attacking the rim. I'm not settling for jumpers. I'm going to the basket.
Difference maker. He can be nobody comes off the bench with a guy who does that kind of stuff. Redick watched by Vujacic. 3 to shoot. Redick tied up by Vujacic. And Sasha's going to be called for the foul.
Well, Sasha is feisty. He's a feisty defender. And tonight he's gotten himself in trouble a couple of times by getting that body into you. And then if you just put the arm out right there, then you're in trouble.
Here was the block that skims the backboard when Howard goes to get it. So clearly a goaltend. And that's the reason Los Angeles leads by 1 with 8.5 left in the fourth. Thank you, Mark. We have a great weekend of college basketball on ESPN. Blockbuster on the family of networks. ABC starts undefeated to the ACC. Number 3, Wake. Boy, they are athletic. Taking on Clemson. Some of you will see Kansas versus Colorado on college basketball presented by KFC on ABC. And then Saturday night, the ESPN doubleheader starts in Louisville. Rick Pitino and the Cards taking on number 1 Pittsburgh. Followed by Saturday primetime presented by DirecTV. North Carolina takes on Miami. College basketball all day and night starts in about 12 hours with Syracuse, Notre Dame, in the Carrier Dome after College Game Day on ESPN. Out of the timeout, deep catch Howard. Another one with the left hand.
Now that was clever. That was really a beautiful move. Now that was a difficult shot because he took it all with the left hand. Played the board beautiful.
He has 22 and 15. Fisher misses. Howard gets his 16th rebound. You saw that go by. 9 lead changes in the last 4. And the beautiful shooter, J.J. Redick, knocks down a quick trigger triple.
Once again, they catch you in transition. You come back and you're concerned about the dribblers. Next thing you know, the 3 opens up.
Inside, Fisher, no. I think that's off Orlando last.
Mike, a big stat in this game are the second chance points. For offensive rebound, Orlando with 14, the Lakers with only 7 offensive boards in this game.
Kobe back in at that timeout with Ariza, Bynum, Odom, and Fisher. Redick tries to guard Kobe.
It's amazing how he gets that shot off, Mike, because it looks like the defender is right on top of him, and his lead shoulder is right in the defender's face. So when he releases, he's going right up over the top of you.
Jameer Nelson working on Fisher. Ariza almost came for the double. Redick, who made the most threes in college basketball history. Howard gallops down the lane. Kobe the rebound. Lakers to tire tape.
He's feeling good. He's feeling good about it. And the big thing is he's attacking the rim.
The shot's going up, no doubt about that. Trying to draw the contact and gets the late whistle.
Yeah, and the late whistle, but it's the correct whistle. Mainly because the defender, in this case, now, Stan Van Gundy doesn't like it, but Redick goes right into Kobe from the rear. Now just keep an eye on this. Now watch as Redick gets picked off on the screen. See the arm? See that left forearm right at the waist level. Good call by the baseline official.
One more coming for Bryant. You wonder how long Orlando can go with Redick guarding Bryant in the fourth quarter.
Well, you're trying for a wash here. You're trying to buy some time, and if Redick can score at the other end, you can live with it.
Exactly. Got to hit those couple of threes.
That's right.
I mean, Kobe can take the best of players in the fourth quarter and get the job done.
A lot of times, you say to these young guys, take advantage of your time. The kids say, yeah, but I'm only playing 4 to 5 minutes. Well, just don't miss a shot and stop Kobe.
That's all. Türkoğlu travel. And Redick will go to the bench, and Courtney Lee will check in.
Now, this is a time in the game. 7 minutes down. Come on, just don't do anything crazy. Just play within, make it happen, and now just don't gamble on passes. If it's not there, don't try to thread the needle.
Odom, very quick three. Ariza out of bounds. Magic ball. Nice job by Stan Van Gundy, who has all the athletic ability in the family, making the catch on the sideline. Sorry, Jeff.
Now, for Odom, that was uncharacteristic. He got 13 points here tonight. He's got 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's really shot extremely well, okay? He's really done a nice job. He was 5 for 8 before that air break.
Game tied at 85. 6.5 to go. Howard got pushed pre-shot. Foul on Bynum.
Now, that's too bad that he didn't get a continuation there. But the whistle blew before he took the shot. And I like what they're doing. And the easiest place to post the man is right in front of the basket on the defensive little circle there, because the defender will play behind you. And they're looking for him right down in that spot. And Howard's making the catches, and he's pinning Bynum.
Fourth foul on Bynum. Team fouls. 3 on the Lakers, 2 on the Magic. Make it 4 on the Lakers as Fisher got caught up in the wash of that screen.
That was smart. That was an intelligent move by Nelson, because he knew Fisher was coming over the top. And what he wanted to do is to get closer to the penalty.
Next foul will put the Lakers over the limit. Same place, and Lewis at the top. Howard, another rebound. 17. Lob for Howard. Beautiful pass from Nelson. What a game for Dwight Howard. A buzz in the Staples Center. Good fourth quarter. Courtney Lee out of Western Kentucky tries to check Kobe. Check, please.
Kobe just had the total game here tonight. His shooting percentage is outstanding. Never mind the rebounds and the assists.
Nelson at Bynum. Tough release. Lakers push to take the lead.
Well, they've got advantage here.
Odom, Ariza. Foul.
And you tell your guys, do not give up the layup. Go for the shot block. All right, you go for the block and you catch him from his wrist to his elbow. Make him make the foul shots. Now just keep an eye on this pass. This is just a great pass on the lob. Beautiful. I come right back. I reverse on my man. All eye contact. Beautiful pass by Jameer Nelson.
Los Angeles Lakers, Orlando Magic, all tied at 87 halfway through the fourth. There's Foyle, who was listening on the bench when Stan Van Gundy caught the ball earlier.
That was a great catch. It was a great catch. Great catch.
The Van Gundy boys are funny. They are just flat out funny.
He's done such a great job since he's arrived in Orlando.
Yes.
He's made them pay attention. They're totally prepared night in and night out. You're going to be accountable. If you're not accountable, you're not playing. And then the style of play is good for the type of talent that they have. They've done a nice job with management, working with the coaching staff, and they've really developed a good offense and defensive way to play.
Ariza knocks down the free throws. I think we were in Detroit. We had them a couple of years ago, and the players were just grumbling about it. Oh, he's so tough on us. You don't hear that anymore. Oh, wait. What are they? 31-8.
What they say? Oh, fun in professional sports is winning.
It's winning. Laker fans chant for defense. Get it? Ariza is fouled at the midcourt line by Türkoğlu.
Well, Ariza is just quick anticipation, overplays the passing lanes. Right now, Orlando's got to pay attention. They have 14 turnovers. Now, in this next 5 minutes, you've got to maximize your offensive possession. No bad passes.
Lakers by 2. Here's Hedo.
During the last time out, Stan Van Gundy spent more time with the officials, this time not joking, asking to call it both ways and be balanced this last 5 minutes. Then he yelled at his team, you've got to get back. There's no reason the Lakers should have numbers on us. They also said if Kobe Bryant gets the ball anywhere in the elbow or in the lane, they will try to double him, guys.
Thank you, Heather. Nelson could not be stopped as he gets in. And our game is tied at 89 with 5 minutes left in regulation.
Now, I like what Jameer did there. Anytime that he has kept his dribble and has taken it all away, he's had 2 shot blocks, but he's also made 3 layups.
Dwight Howard chatting with Kobe as he shoots over Howard and is short, but Bryant got the rebound. Doubled in the corner, foul. That will put Orlando over the limit and send Bryant to the line.
When things like that happen, coaches go crazy. You get Kobe Bryant to take the baiting of the talking by Howard. He shoots the shot. It's short. The ball hits the floor, and you do not get the rebound. You can see that they're having a conversation here.
And he defends him okay, but finish the play.
That's right. Now, when that ball comes out, it bounces. You have 2 blue shirts there, and you do not come up with it.
Kobe Bryant tonight, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. Bynum back in for Gasol. As the conversation continues. So there may be good-natured banter, but you know what? The guy at the line usually gets the last word. This is there. Now with the rebound. He's got that closer instinct that Phil Jackson talked about at the end of the fourth. That is ability plus mentality. Nelson free. Got it. Jameer Nelson. Those 1,000 shots a day that he took in the summer preparing for this season, paying off throughout the first half of Odom.
Now, this guy is shooting 46% in threes, meaning Jameer Nelson. He takes 4 again. That's short.
Fisher wanted the foul call on Nelson, doesn't get it, and away from the ball, we have a holding foul on Türkoğlu.
Now, right now, Stan Van Gundy is going nuts over on the sideline, and he has every right to be. There is another shot that's short. He's pleading right now to go get the ball. How can you not see that ball was short? It hit the floor, and once again, what happens? Kobe Bryant comes up with it, and now you're giving 4 foul shots in places where you could have very easily rebounded the ball.
Of note, the foul on Türkoğlu, his 5th. Kobe back at the line.
Keep an eye on this. You're going to see the ball come short. The ball is short. It goes right off of Türkoğlu's hand, and then you do not get the rebound. Give Kobe Bryant a lot of credit now. He's put his nose right in there on the last 2 free balls and come up and has been rewarded by getting to the foul line.
Bryant, who took 2 free throws in the first 3 quarters, has taken 6 here in the fourth. He's made 5 of them. Game tied at 92. We hit the 4-minute mark in regulation. Double dribble. Good call. Nelson had the ball slapped by Fisher, but after he went to go back. I think that was a good call by
Nelson is saying that he hit the ball. Now keep an eye on it right here. You're going to see. All right. Now, right here, right there.
He did hit it first.
That's exactly
My
right.
mistake. He was right.
And Nelson really had a
legit beat.
case.
Yeah. Big call at the 4-minute mark. Bryant around Lee. Howard waits. No foul call.
Now there's one. Now definitely Kobe should be shooting
Türkoğlu for 3 in the lead. Got it, Hedo Türkoğlu. Now 10 3-pointer of the night for Orlando.
Yep, and they're right on course, Mike. When you get 10, they make 10.4. Kobe was so upset. He was late getting back. They had the free man.
Ariza over to Odom. Bynum out there, not Gasol late in the game. Ariza for 3. Rebound by Lee. Magic trying to sweep the season series from the Lakers. Bynum knocked it away from Howard. Deep 3, Türkoğlu. Rebound, Odom.
Well, that was good passing. Good passing, reading the defense. You got a wide open shot and by a high percentage three-point shooter.
Odom right at Lewis, blocking foul call on Rashard Lewis to try to draw the contact. So Lamar Odom comes to the line after this timeout. The Orlando Magic have never swept the LA Lakers in their 20 years of existence. They're 248 away from doing it, leading by 3. So, you want to be an NBA official. Try calling these 3 full speed without the replays.
That's right, and you're going to see right now, Nelson knocks that ball away, and unfortunately for Nelson, he didn't get the call. Now, right here, you're going to see the block by Howard, but he comes right down on Kobe. Kobe should have been on the line shooting 2 in that situation. Now, right now, you're going to see a good defensive play by Lewis. He takes that lead shoulder right in the chest. Now, from our angle, that camera angle, that should have been an offensive foul.
And it's hard. Those are all happening at full speed, and it's not to bail out the officials. It's just that's the margin of difference in those calls there. We have a 95-92 Orlando lead. The 2 stars, the guys who are part of the Olympic gold medal team, they're carrying their teams. Give me a little feel for what you think is the hot thing to go to for each team at the end.
Now, right now, I'd like to see at the one end, the Lakers go back to the triangle, because when they get back into the triangle, good things have happened for them. At the other end, any time that you have Nelson and Türkoğlu in a screen and pop-up or using Dwight Howard, good things are happening for you in the painted area, whether it is by Nelson taking on the big man, getting in the paint, or Howard making the catch in the paint.
Lamar Odom free throws out of the timeout. Odom 13 points, 7 rebounds tonight. 3rd game back from the knee injury. Again, a reminder, Lakers doing this without Luke Walton, who's about a game away from coming back. He's missed the last 7+ with a foot injury. There you see Luke. And they continue to be without Jordan Farmar with his knee injury. They hope to have Farmar back post-All-Star. Odom splits the pair. The Orlando lead 2 with 2:45 to go.
This is about playing big, playing physical, and not looking for the ball. Just make good, strong play.
Oh, beautiful play by Lewis for the bounce to Howard, who will come to the line after the Ariza foul.
Now, I like that, Mike. That was a secondary option. And then they used Howard on the screen, and then the roll into the area, but you've got to take that, all right? You've got to take it outside of the defensive area. I like the fact that they're using Howard because he's been catching every pass in traffic.
Dwight Howard coming into tonight, 321 of his 447 shots. So essentially 75% of his shots have come from 5 feet in. He gets it so close. They do a great job of feeding him the ability to shoot. But the ability to knock down free throws will decide so much of it for this team as the season goes on.
He's already attempted 13 foul shots. This is number 14 coming up. And you can see, the bigger the game, the more active the young man is. And now he's 8 for 14.
And the more pressure going to be on those late game free throws.
Absolutely, because once we get to playoff time, he's going to get very few dunks. People are going to put him on the line.
Kobe doubled, Gasol, Fisher for 3 in the lead. Lakers lead.
Good recognition by Pau Gasol and a primetime shot by Derek Fisher. Fisher was 1 for 5 in threes before that shot.
14 lead changes in the half. Great second half here in LA. We hit 2 minutes.
You gotta watch the clock.
Nelson sits on the clock, gave up his dribble. Nothing going on here. Lewis forces one. Got fouled.
Oh, boy. Wow. Oh, they're lucky on that.
And let's see. We have a technical on the back end with the pushing.
They might have a, right now, we're seeing Phil Robinson is down talking to Gasol. Now, the call was on the shot.
Yes, it was.
Now, it was a late call, but the call was made. Now, what happened below the foul line?
We have arms and elbows tangled. Let's watch the shot.
Keep an eye right here. Oh, well, we have Gasol and Howard tied up here. Gasol was determined not to let Howard to get to the rim. And then we have a they call a technical foul, all right, for unnecessarily with the physical action of keeping Howard away from the offensive guard.
And Gasol is saying, well, I was getting an elbow, but what's the old thing we say it 1,000 times? It's the second one that you get. And with that arm extended. Now the officials are going to go to the video. I wonder if they're going to check the three-point shot. Was it a shot attempted 2 or a 3? Gasol couldn't believe that it was a T on him.
Well, Gasol is going, he's trying. You don't like to see a guy wrap arms around the guy, okay? Now just keep an eye right in the middle of your screen. You're going to see Gasol. See, Gasol's got him. He's got him around the waist. So there's no way that Howard could even attempt to get a rebound.
This is what they are looking at the table. It'll be a 2 free throw situation for Lewis. And you see the elbow tangled right there, but then you see Gasol take the right arm, extend it out, and almost kind of side slug Howard. So that's where the technical foul came.
Yeah, well, we're not going to allow them. I mean, no matter who's refereeing. Yeah. Whether you or I are refereeing, that's our job down below.
And Phil Robinson's looking right at that.
Correct.
That's the right call for the team for that action.
Absolutely. You cannot allow that to happen in a game as big as this game. Yeah. And the quality of the two players involved.
So this is the technical free throw by Nelson. And the good shooter at 88% misses. So the technical has no after effect unless there's a fine coming for Gasol. The Magic have missed their last 3 free throws, and Lewis will come to the line for 2 to take the lead.
The thing that I'm smiling here is because we told you in the first quarter, for Orlando, Dwight Howard shoots foul shots at 58%. The next 7 guys, they're all over 80%. But pressure, baby.
It's good for Orlando to be a marked team and play in one of these games. Because there's no sneaking up on somebody when you're 31-8. There's no sneaking up on the Lakers when their record's right about the same. 100 seconds left. Kobe on the way.
That was a great move by an outstanding play.
11
hesitation.
11 in the quarter. Kobe has 28. Lakers by 1. Buck 30. Nelson, the 3. He got that one. One Philly guy answers the other. Magic by 2.
Come on. Pau Gasol was right out there. The trap wasn't a hard trap, but the trap was there.
Bryant responds. Didn't get it. Rebound Howard. In trouble on the baseline. Turned it over. Gasol. Bryant for the lead. Long. Odom cleans it up. Got it. And a foul.
Can you believe that you get a rebound and the pass came out? Stan Van Gundy reacted. He couldn't believe Howard's pass because there was no one there to pass the ball to. And there was no reason to pass because you have 8 seconds in the backcourt to get it over half court.
Bryant was long on a couple of trips, but will Odom bring energy? So many nights, that's the question. He answers it every time you're here, I'm telling you. He always plays well. Short on the free throw, but Gasol kept it alive. To Odom, he's going back to the line.
That's what you like about Odom. Well, Odom understands how to play, and he's not afraid of physical contact. Give Gasol a lot of credit for keeping that missed shot alive. But Odom's effort going to the rim is outstanding because he was going to take the body contact to put himself back on the line.
The foul on Howard is his 4th. And Odom returns. 16 and 9 from Lamar tonight. Free throws 7 and 8. Lakers lead by one. Kobe is standing there listening to Stan Van Gundy's conversation with the official. And Kobe chimed in with a word, and Van Gundy looked and said, "I'm not talking to you, Kobe. I'm talking to him." Very funny. Short again. Gasol went to get that one, but that time he's called for the foul for hopping in. And Stan Van Gundy leading with his team to get a rebound. 2 on Gasol. That will go the other way for Orlando.
It's kind of interesting, like that on all the misses. Gasol is stepping in and then tapping the ball back to the shooting area. Now, there's no doubt about the loose ball foul.
Right.
We're not talking.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's been able to do that on 3 occasions here in the second half.
So Howard, the 58% shooter, comes to the line, 8 of 14 tonight. Free throw opportunities always find the guy who's not a good shooter. Doesn't matter how long the game goes. Always ends up that way somehow. To tie the game at 101 with 1:04 to go. It's Fisher, Bryant, Radmanovic, Gasol, and Odom for the Lakers, who for the third time in 4 nights involved in a tight game in the final minute. Bryant attacks at Howard, trying to force it up. Gasol!
Now, Gasol became open because Howard left Gasol to double-team Kobe Bryant. Gasol went right to the board looking for the missed shot.
Each team, multiple timeouts remaining. Radmanovic starts Türkoğlu. Hedo to the right. Lewis up top. Nelson for 3. He got it again!
Talk about pressure shooting, but how about the ball movement? That's all by design. Beautiful movement by Rashard Lewis.
Kobe is not getting good shots up here in the last minute. 11's the difference, game and shot. Lee forcing him to Howard. Kobe finds space. Missed it. Rebound, Lewis. Shot clock off. Lakers have to go foul, and they get Nelson with 15.4 to go.
Well, you're in a position now, Mike. Whether he makes 1 or 2, it's still a 1-possession game. Now watch as this shot goes up. You're going to see Howard there, Nelson there, but also Pau Gasol was smart. When your man leaves you, go to the front of the rim, and you're in perfect position for the offensive rebound. Nelson, big shot, but he has made big shots in this fourth quarter from out behind the three-point line.
88% shooter, missed one a moment ago. 2-point lead. Each team, as we said, multiple timeouts. Bynum comes in to get the rebound, or at least help get the rebound for LA in case of miss. Nelson has 12 in the quarter, 25 in the game.
Like Murray said, a lot of people overlook what Nelson is doing this year. Yes. He's shooting 51% from the floor, 46% in threes. He's taken 4 threes a game, which was a questionable part of his game just a few years ago. And then on the line, he brought it out, 88%. The young man is playing great basketball for Orlando.
Really love the growth and development in his game. And talking to some of the Orlando folks earlier, they pointed out that Jameer has said, you know, this has been a year of learning for me. I feel like it's a next level year in some regards because it's the first time that he said, I know exactly what the guys I'm defending are trying to do. I know where I can get my shot. And we're seeing that plus the work that he did in the offseason really start to pay off, along with Dwight Howard, 2 leaders developing on this team.
And also, Mike, to take it a little bit further, is the fact that it's the chemistry involved. Now you don't pout when you have to force a pass. And now they're not only making the first pass out of traps, they're making the second pass. And we've seen it time and time again. The Lakers cut down their opportunities for threes in that first half, but they have not been able to stop the three-point shooting and the attempts in the second half.
Kobe achieved that triple-double through 3 quarters, but he's 3 of 10 from the field in the fourth quarter. Courtney Lee, the rookie, has been guarding him. Dwight Howard's been coming for help. And let me ask you here, as we look at Howard, who has his 18th career and 4th in this season, 20 games, 25 points, 20 boards. The Lakers have 2 timeouts left. It's a 3-point game, so you do not need to go for 3 at all here.
No, a lot of coaches will go for the quick score, Mike, because the other coach is saying, whatever you do, do not foul them. Right. All right, so now you go for the quick score. Then, once you score, you overplay and you try to go for the steal. If you don't get the steal, you foul immediately and then force them to go down and make 2 foul shots again to get it back. So, you know, there's plenty of time here. This is an NBA game, 15.4. It's not like college and high school. When you call a timeout, you can move the ball to the 28-foot marker. Now, this is interesting. Yes, it is. Because the Lakers are going to take the ball out of bounds. All right. Okay, and full court, because you know that they have a play set up that they don't want to take it from the side. They don't want them to be in a zone, and they don't want a questionable type of a defense.
Goes back to Kobe Gasol, sets the high screen. Bryant for 3 in the tie. In and out. Rebound Nelson. So they went for the tie at 106-103, and that's why. So there wasn't help on Kobe at the top.
See, that was a great move by Phil Jackson and his coaching staff. And then the main thing is that Howard was not up on the trap. Just watch how loose Howard is here. See, he's too far away to put any pressure on Kobe. Now, we also know that Kobe was more than a step behind the three-point line.
There was a question if the timeout that Orlando called there was before, or was there even a foul call? And there was a foul call on Pau Gasol. The Lakers were not sure if there was a foul call. Neither was Orlando. The officials got together for a second. There was a foul on Jameer Nelson called. So he'll come to the line, and the Magic can take it to a 5-point lead with just under 8 seconds left.
Well, I don't know why anyone from the Lakers would even question it, because it stopped the clock and it helped you out. Okay. I mean, you wanted the clock to stop.
Lakers have 2 timeouts remaining. Nelson at the line. 2-possession game.
Let's bring out this point of why they're a good team.
Orlando.
Yeah. And we say now they're 16-5 on the road this year, Mike. That's 4 wins more than anyone else on the road. But more important, against the West, they are now 17-4. Now you talk about getting it done. That's getting it done.
That's all if they hold on here. They're up 5 with just under 8 seconds. The Lakers have 1 timeout remaining after the one they just took. And what about Jameer Nelson? 15 of his 28 coming here in the fourth quarter.
Now, Mike, when in game 1 down in Orlando, December 20th, Orlando wins the game 106-103. Now, the guy who led the scores for Orlando was Jameer Nelson. He had 27 points. He was 4 for 6 in threes. And we know that he played a pressure game. Now, naturally, Kobe had 41 for the Lakers, but Jameer had a great game down in Orlando.
Orlando wins, Hubie. They get to 32-8. That's 4 out of every 5 games a win. 800 winning percentage. That would put them to second-best record in the league and drop the Lakers down to where they are right now at 31-8. And the Cavs and the Magic would be sitting there at 1-2 for the best records in the NBA, which there was no way you thought of less than a month ago. Think about Christmas. You had the great Lakers start, the unbelievable record start for the Celtics. Nobody talks about these guys. But when you're Orlando, if you sweep the Lakers and sweep San Antonio, start talking about it.
Absolutely. And we're seeing it tonight, because this is how they play. This is how they play every night. They hurt you with the threes when you think that you're going to help people out in the lane area.
Kobe, quick 3 is off. Türkoğlu is fouled by Vujicic with 4.4 to go. It has been a rare struggle in the fourth quarter from the field for Kobe Bryant. Hasn't been able to hit that big shot tonight. 3 for 12 in the fourth.
I think a lot of people will say, you know what, he forced up a lot of shots, but they're Kobe Bryant shots. Kobe Bryant makes these kind of shots. And we know that he had some good looks at the basket. Now, especially when he came down from all the way, they took the ball out of bounds 94 feet away, came down and came off that screen.
Great look.
Great look.
I know you've seen Orlando a few times. A win like this, a win like that Sunday at San Antonio. They go to Denver tomorrow night, another division leader. Do you believe more that this team has the lasting power to perhaps be the best team in the East in 09?
Mainly because of their defense, Mike. We told you they only give up 93 points a game. That's an improvement of 6 points from a year ago. And then they're third in field goal percentage against, and they're fourth in three-point percentage against, and then they're fifth in blocks. So they're solid defensively.
And a significant milestone, not just a win for the Orlando Magic, but for the first time in the 20-year history of this franchise, they have swept the Lakers. And they swept the San Antonio Spurs for the first time in franchise history. A memorable and milestone road trip for the Orlando Magic, who are 32-8. And they win a terrific game and a great second half. Dwight Howard leading it, standing by with Heather Cox.
Indeed, and Dwight Howard with his 30th double-double of the season. Dwight, you guys sweep the season series with the Lakers. What kind of statement does that make about your place in the upper echelon of this league?
Well, I just want to thank God first for the victory, man. We came out and we played hard, for 4 quarters. And we played against a great Laker team, and we came out on top tonight. So I want to thank God for that. My teammates, we played extremely hard tonight, and we got a good win. The Lakers are a great team, and they play well at home, man. For us to come here and beat the Lakers on their home court, they're a tough team, and we just want to keep fighting.
It was certainly enjoyable watching you and Kobe Bryant certainly play well. Now, he was your Olympic teammate, and during that fourth quarter, we saw you guys talking quite a bit during action. What was said between the two of you?
I was just messing with him. Kobe got the ball in the ISO against me, and I was trying to act like I was the and one host, talking to him, trying to get him out of his game. And he missed a shot. But, we just having fun out there. That's all we can do.
Tonight started a stretch where you play 4 division leaders in the next 6 games. How important will this run be to this franchise?
Oh, well, this is very important for us, but we want to keep playing, and we're trying to get better every day. Every team that we play from now on is going to be a great team. We got to step up to the challenge and try to win as many games as we can.
You got this win by shutting down a team that's really good and known for closing out in the fourth quarter, especially at superstar Kobe Bryant. How did you guys do it late? Well,
what we tried to do was make Kobe shoot jump shots instead of getting to the rim and getting fouled and going to the free throw line where he's like 110%. So we wanted to keep him from the free throw line. I think we did a good job of that tonight. And I think Courtney played some great defense. We hit some tough shots, but Courtney Lee played some great defense, and we also gave him some help behind him.
Congrats. Go enjoy the win.
Hey, Mom, I love you.
Mike.
Thank you, Heather. Dwight Howard's 4th season, 20 games, 25 points, 20 rebounds.